everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're making something simple, elegant, and absolutely delicious. We're going to do some crispy skinned salmon. We got some salmon over here, served over some corn puree. So we had the corn puree, and I'm also going to add some red cabbage to that also. So it's going to be a great dinner for guests or even for a solo dinner that you're having at home with you or you and your family. So I'm gonna go through what we got here real quick. We have fresh corn on the cob. We have some salmon fillet. We have some chopped red cabbage sliced up here. We have chopped shallots over there. This is my seasoning blend of some garlic, onion powder, salt, and pepper. We have some butter, unsalted butter, some cream. We have olive oil over here. And for our cabbage, we're going to use this sugar, which has some ground cloves in it, some ginger, and a little bit of fennel seeds. And that's going to go in our cabbage along with some of this vinegar. So it's going to be a sweet and sour type cabbage. Of course, for our corn puree, we're going to use the corn, the cream, the shallots, the seasoning, the butter, and some of this olive oil and this garlic paste as well. I got a recipe for the garlic paste on my channel, so I'll put a link to that below for you as well. And then crispy skinned salmon. You need some salmon with the skin on. I made sure all of the scales were off, and some olive oil to cook it in. So I'm gonna get started, show you how we get this done. Okay, let's start by making the corn puree. We're gonna add the butter into the pot. We have a saucepan here. So we're gonna add the butter in there, let that melt. It's on medium heat. Then we're gonna add the shallots to the pan, and we're gonna sweat these shallots down for a couple of minutes, and then we'll get started with the next step. All right, our shallots have sweat down for a couple of minutes. We're gonna add our garlic paste to the saucepan. We're gonna add 2 cups of corn. I cut the kernels off for 2 cobs of corn to get my 2 cups. We're gonna add some seasoning to the saucepan as well. We wanna season our food good. And then we're going to add a 1/2 cup of cream, and we're gonna let this start to cook down. All right, so we have our corn, our cream, our seasonings, and our shallot in the saucepan. It's been simmering for about 5 to 7 minutes now. We want to make sure the corn is nice and tender and infused with flavor, and we're going to get it ready for the blender so we can get us a nice silky puree. Okay, now we're going to prepare our sweet and sour cabbage. We're going to add some oil to this pan, let the oil get hot, and then we'll start cooking the cabbage. Once our oil is hot, we're going to add some shallots. I'm going to saute these off for a bit, maybe about a minute. All right, once our shallots start to brown, we go right in with the red cabbage. And once this starts to cook, it'll soften up some. And next we'll add our seasoning in about 2 or 3 minutes. I don't want the sugar to burn, so I'm gonna let the cabbage cook some first. Okay, our cabbage has cooked down, so we're gonna add a little bit of our seasoning. So we have a little salt and pepper in here. And now we're gonna add our sugar, ground cloves, and ground ginger, and a couple of fennel seeds. So to give it a sweet and sour flavor, we're going to add a little bit of balsamic vinegar, about a couple of tablespoons worth. And a little pat of butter. We're just gonna let this cook for a couple of more minutes. I'm gonna put a cover on it, keep the cabbage nice and soft and moist. All right, so our next step is we're going to use our blender to blend our corn to make the corn puree. So we're just going to pour it right into the blender. It's still a little warm. We're going to add some butter and some red chilies for spice right into the blender there. Scoop that in just like that. And now we're going to blend it up. So we want to blend it really fine. So I'm going to use the high speed on the blender. And once we get it blended up good, we're going to strain it through a sieve to get the corn skins off out of the puree. So we have a nice smooth, silky puree. All right, so everything is blended up good. As you can see here, it's nice and creamy. So we're going to taste it just to make sure we have enough salt and pepper. Oh, plenty. And those red chilies are definitely adding a little kick to it, a little spice kick. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run this through the strainer because we want a nice silky puree. All right, for a silky puree, we're going to take, we have our strainer here and we have a bowl. We're going to take the puree and we're just going to pour it right in here. Get all of that out of there because it's really delicious. So we don't want to waste any. Okay. And you just simply start mashing this through the strainer and it'll all go through. And what you will have is the skins of the corn and anything else that is too large to go through the strainer. So this is what you're left with after you put it through the strainer. It's just mainly the skin off of the corn. And what you do is you always go down underneath the strainer to get everything off. And this is your corn puree. Nice, smooth, silky, creamy. Okay, now we're ready for the star of our dish, which is our salmon. So what we're going to do, we're going to take, they've already been seasoned with salt, pepper, and some of the seasoning. So we're going to go skin side down right into the pan. And you want to see that sizzle when you get started. We're going to hold these down just so we can make sure all of the skin starts to get brown and crispy. All right, so that's good. So we're going to let these go for 4 or 5 minutes. We don't want to overcook them, but we're going to get the skin nice and crispy. Then we're going to flip it over for about a minute, and then it'll be ready to serve. All right, continue to cook your salmon skin side down for at least 5 minutes. We're going to cook it 85–90% on this one side of the fish, and we're going to get that nice crispy skin. Once that's done, we'll flip it over and finish the process. Okay, our salmon has been cooking for about 5 minutes now, at least 5 minutes. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn it over. And yeah, we have that nice brown, crispy skin. That's exactly what we're looking for. Turn over the second one. All right, that looks really good. So our next step is we're going to add some butter to this pan. Put the butter right inside there. And I'm going to squeeze a little lemon in there as well. That's looking good. What you do is you just baste your fish a little bit. And we're ready to start plating up, folks. All right, so now we're going to start plating. We're going to start by putting our corn puree in the bottom of our dish. And then we're going to come with our red cabbage. And we're going to put some of that on there, the sweet and sour red cabbage. And the colors look good, you know, the contrasting colors really add to your plating. I like for the dishes to look restaurant quality. even though you're dining at home. I mean, you shouldn't have to go out and pay $40, $50 for a meal that looks good and appetizing. So you can do this at home. We're garnishing with some thinly sliced green onion shoots and some crispy onions on top. So this is what our dish looks like, all plated up. All right, everybody, we are done. We have creamy, silky corn puree. We have some sweet and sour red cabbage. We had some crispy skinned salmon right on the top, garnished with a little bit of sliced green onions and some crispy onions on top. So this is our completed dish. It looks good. It has lots of color to it. And the flavors are there. I already tasted the puree, the red cabbage, and now we're going to give this salmon a taste, see what it tastes like. Skin is crispy, so that's good. The only thing is once you start eating, you mess up the beautiful plating. But here we go. Give this a taste. Yes, that is good. The corn has a spiciness to it from the red chilies. The salmon is nice, juicy, has plenty of seasoning on it. Tastes really great. Adding that lemon butter to it in the end really brings out the flavor in it. So we're gonna try a little bit more here. And we're gonna get some of this cabbage in there as well. Oh yes, that is great. So try this at home, folks. I'm gonna put all of the ingredients down below and the instructions as well. You can watch the video. You can make this at home. It tastes great. Your family, your friends, your guests will love it. I want to thank you for viewing our channel. Have a nice day. Thank you.